Oh, it's just a normal day. Llama shop is what it is. You got, legendary troll slash llama. I got a mythic survivor, and the shop is exactly what the Airheart's here for some reason. I don't. She wasn't in the patch notes. I triple checked. I'm thorough. I don't know what she's gonna be here for. Dude, I have no idea. What event is Airheart? So if we go to the event, people, she shouldn't be. She's Blockbuster, isn't she? Oh God, she's Road Trip, Wild West. Where is Airheart? She's not in the Fortnite mirrors. That's not where Airheart should be. I don't know. I can't even find her. I don't think about her very often because she's one of those heroes that just kind of comes and. All right, you know what? Chat might have to help me. Where do you find Airheart? Because she is not. Is she historic? I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. Like they just decided to make her available now because she is now. So there you go. I really wish I would have Fortnite mirrors. She's in the Fortnite mirrors section? I don't think so. She shouldn't be. What? 2018? Unbelievable. Anyway, all right. Well, she's here, not in the event shop. So if you need her, grab her. She's really good for Rosie. If you ever want to buff the Sentry turret, she is definitely your gal. 50% damage is solid. Everybody in chat said Fortnite mirrors. And then, of course, we get the regular stuff. There is no extra bonus. Oh, never mind. I missed that as well. Eye of the Storm. So we get the extra Eye of the Storm. Every single shop, we seem to get, like, the regular evolution materials and then more of, like, a specific one. And then my sister's leaving right now because that couldn't wait. Feel free to use code Mista if you end up getting anything from the legendary troll stash. I'm also plugging that because we're going to check out BR. It's the same regular heroes. I mean, Daredevil, new pack full of chicks. A lot of packs going on. Ghoul Troopers around. Same kind of things. Party Troopers a deal. You might be really interested in that. If they release a Party Ranger female skin, I'll be buying that immediately. Just saying. With my 95 free bucks available. So that's pretty cool. Got them in Canny and Stonewood. Pretty straightforward, easy missions. And then what's interesting is this is another one of those days where there aren't that many legendary things available. We do have a legendary survivor in Twine this time. Tiger Jaw's nice. Space Invader's cool, I guess. Pathfinder Jess, I think, is in Ventures, but she's really, really nice. She was actually in my farming loadout video that I talked about recently. I'll link that down below. She buffs your pickaxe damage by a whole heck of a lot and is basically free to grab if you can queue that 108 zone. Again, I think that's Ventures. But then there's a lot of purple weapons, Ceiling Gas Trap, Dam Buster, Sound Wall. We'll be talking about these two later on. Machinist Harper will be talking about her. Lots of things that are just there. So there's a lot going on, but most of it's purple, unfortunately. But let's talk about Twine. So for the first time ever, there are just like basic missions and stuff, decent things worth running. But I don't have any notes up until like the 100 zone because there's not too much going on down there. There's a Copper Terminator, and then there's the Legendary Survivor that I just mentioned. That might be worth doing just to get a Legendary Survivor. Wooden Floor Spikes, Purple Survivor, pretty normal missions up until the 4 players, 4x perk up, and some Lightning in a Bottle, and the Machinist Harper. So she buffs your trap durability. For those unaware, if you're planning to run Endurance, you need Machinist, not Controller. I've made that mistake before. Trap durability is huge for Endurance. This is incredibly overkill for normal missions. If you're somebody who likes to jail a lot, she, I think, is not necessary. She's good in the support, though. Definitely a great hero for trap durability. She's like the hero for trap durability. And a nice little thing that a lot of people don't know, I didn't know this initially, actually, she affects all of the traps in the entire map, not just what's affected by her base. So if you load in with Machinist Harper, or anybody does, 52.5% bonus durability is what every trap in the entire map will appreciate. So pretty powerful hero and worth grabbing even if she's only purple. Just get her secured. Both of these missions are basically the same rewards, so there you go. Although the Fight the Category 4 should give you more. Definitely good to have. 4x perk up is always nice. And then the 124s are rather disappointing, but the 132 4x perk up and reperk, so nice to have. Copper vacuum tube rifle, you might get that with chain lightning. If you like to run Sub-Zero Zenith and you like to freeze enemies in place, put a crit build on that sniper and you will be off to a fantastic start. That thing is essentially a freeze ray because the weapon does nature damage and then Sub-Zero Zenith applies water affliction damage. So you'll basically hit every element across the board for at least 75% damage with that combo, and it makes for a pretty fun build. It's not super meta, but if you're that teammate running this, you're going to freeze smashers in their tracks, and everybody on the team is going to appreciate that. Retrieve the data, and it's pretty nice. And then, you know, the 140 zones are pretty lackluster. I know that there's a supercharger. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then the 160 zones are 5x perk up and 5x rain. That is just fantastic. Now, I'm going to slip it in here just so that people have to wait a little bit when they're watching these videos. But the weekly supercharger seems to be a hero supercharger. That will have already been in the title, so I'm not sure what I'm... You know, anyway, there's a supercharger. Since I already brought it up in the title, you know, I make these videos and then I title them afterwards. But yeah. So lots of 5x in the 160 that are going to be very useful. Always love to see it. Right off the bat in Candy, there's a decent mission. You know, perk up, reperk, nice to have. And then Old Smoky, just decent-ish weapons sprinkled throughout. Legendary Tiger Jaw, that one's definitely worth grabbing in the 52 zone. And then there are, I think, some free bucks around here. Yeah, they're just nice to spot those while they're in and around. And then we have the 52, retrieve the data. Yeah, 46. And then the 64 zone has your Space Invader. Not an exciting weapon, but hey, a legendary schematic, good for the collection book nonetheless. The 74 player has 4x perk up all across the board. Everything but legendary is in here. Nice to grab that one. And then, of course, the portal. So drops of rain is something you might need. And in Plankerton, not too much going on. There's a 34 zone down here that gives a sound wall. That could be nice, you know, a trap that you might need. And then the other one I mentioned is the Dam Buster right over here. Copper Dam Buster, not terribly exciting, but as I showed in my Dam Buster video, that'll be linked below, even the purple Dam Buster has better impact and damage than most of the rockets in the entire game. So for a rare example of weapons that you don't actually need to flux, you have the Dam Buster. You don't even need to give it legendary flux. It's already going to be a fantastic weapon. And that's just about it. Other than, of course, some people like to know the Dungeons Crypts daily is Crypts. The Dungeons daily is Crypts. And Clip is still here. Nothing else much to... I don't know what's going on upstairs. I don't know if you can hear that banging, but somebody's doing something. I think that wraps everything up. Yeah, so Sentry Gunner Airheart is here for reasons I'm sure. Does anybody know if my support a creator code? What a fantastic question. Sorry, I do these while I'm streaming. It's actually Mista, M-I-S-T-A. It is not Beast. That is somebody else. We don't talk about that person, but it is M-I-S-T-A if you're trying to, you know, support me at your checkout. I really appreciate it. And then also these streams that I record these videos in sometimes are pretty awesome. You should follow down the description below. I don't plan to stream too long after this video goes up today, so I won't be around too much longer, but I'd appreciate if you guys check it out. If you're trying to spend your hero supercharger, I recommend Stoneheart Farah, because that's what I did, and I don't know. You can use it on whatever you want. There are a lot of good options. There are too many options. I'm glad that they're releasing these weekly, and I might be stretching this out. I'm not going to lie. We got really, really close. The video needs to be 8 minutes long. If it's 8 minutes long, I can put an ad in the video, and I don't know if you guys have ever, like, tried to feed yourself before, but an extra ad in the video helps. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.